Yeah, this is why when I record, I don't wear my glasses. So last week, I did a video about the top 5 Pokemon from Generation 4 that deserve a Mega Evolution, and apparently the video was pretty well received, and someone commented that I should do a video for Gen 5. So here it is, the top 5 Pokemon from Generation 5 that deserve a Mega Evolution. You already know how this works. Let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into it. Coming in at number 5, we have Scolipede. Now, Scolipede is my number 5 pick for a very simple reason. Look at Pokemon like Heracross and Pinsir. They got Mega Evolutions, and being Bug types, they're some of the best Mega Evolutions in the entire Pokemon series. And I want to see more Bug-type Pokemon get Mega Evolutions, and in my opinion, the next best Pokemon that could get it is Scolipede. I mean, even Scizor got one too. I think that Scolipede is a prime example of a Pokemon that deserves a Mega Evolution for the simple fact that he's already an awesome looking Pokemon to begin with, and again, not super relevant in the competitive scene. I've seen him be used quite a few times, but I think he could be used a lot more, and Bug types, with the exception of Pokemon like Heracross, Pinsir, and Scizor, you don't see a lot of high-level tournament play with these Pokemon. Bug types, unfortunately, they're weak against ice, they're weak against fire, I think some are weak against water. I mean, Bug types have a lot of disadvantages. They're weak against rock. So, you know, to have a Pokemon that is Bug type and that can still pump out good attacks and good mobility, good endurance, with all those type disadvantages, I think it would be a great thing to have Scolipede as one of the Pokemon from Generation 5 that gets a Mega Evolution. Coming in at number 4, we have Egregious. I love this guy. This is one of my favorite Pokemon from Generation 5 for the simple fact that when I look at him, I look at something like Generation 2. It actually reminds me a lot of Generation 2 in the fact that it's goofy, yet creative. I mean, the fact that it's a coffin with a face, I love it. It shows that Game Freak really does care about what they put their time and their effort into. It's definitely unique, and if Egregious were to have a Mega Evolution, I imagine it would look like some kind of ancient burial ground, like a sphinx or something. I think something like that would be really cool for Egregious because the fact that it already deals with death, the fact that it's a coffin, to expand on that and to make it something that is considered sacred in death, like a sphinx, like a holy burial ground. I think that's one of the things that would do wonders for Egregious as a Pokemon, and just like every other Pokemon that I've mentioned from my last video up until this one, it would just make them more relevant in the competitive scene. So number 4, Egregious. Coming in at number 3, we have Galvan Shilla. Now, Galvan Shilla to me, again, reminds me of another generation. Galvan Shilla actually reminds me of Generation 3, and that might be because a Pokemon like Egregious was introduced in Generation 3, and they're both spiders. But when I look at Galvan Shilla, I see a combination of Manectric and Egregious. Egregious is a spider, Manectric is an electric type, but Manectric looks like an electric type because it has, you know, lightning bolts and stuff as part of its design. Galvan Shilla, same thing. It looks like an electric type. So I imagine a Mega Galvan Shilla would look like some kind of electrified spider with lightning bolts legitimately not only coming out of him, but, you know, the hair on his body would actually form lightning bolts. Now, electric-type Pokemon are very relevant in the tournament scene already. There's plenty of them out there, but I think just adding another one would just be another thing that the competitive scene could use. Galvan Shilla is another one of my favorite Pokemon from Generation 5, and I think he deserves a Mega Evolution too. Coming in at number 2 is Chandelure. Yeah, I know I'm probably going to get some heat for this one, but you know what? I love Chandelure as a Pokemon. I love his design. I love the fact that a ghost fire type actually can work. I mean, a haunted Chandelure being a Pokemon and being good at that is something that most people would probably not say Game Freak could have done if this was around Generation 2. Saying a Chandelure was going to be a Pokemon, they would have laughed at it. But you know what? In my opinion, Chandelure has a great design, and I think it's high time he gets a Mega Evolution too. The question is, what are they going to do? You know what I think would be really funny? You already have Litwick as the pre-evolution, and then you have Chandelure as the final evolution. I think a Mega Chandelure would be really funny if he turned into a Menorah. I know that might be a little controversial, but I think it would be really funny if he turned into a Menorah. It could be a joke, but it could also, again, Chandelure is already popular in the tournament scene, but this would just elevate him to another level and possibly bring him up a tier. It's something that I think every Pokemon could use. Every Pokemon could get a buff of some kind, and I think a Mega Evolution to Chandelure is exactly what he needs. And the number 1 Pokemon from Generation 5 that deserves a Mega Evolution is Zoroark. Oh, hell yeah. This guy is the tits. I mean, look at him. First of all, he shapeshifts, but not through genetics. Instead, it's through illusion. We learn that in the story of Pokemon Black and White, but also in the movie Zoroark Master of Illusions. Zoroark, to me, is like Lucario of Generation 4. It is one of the most iconic Pokemon to come out of that generation. I love Zoroark as a character. I love his moveset. I love the fact that he can shapeshift. So imagine a Zoroark with a Mega Evolution. Maybe that Zoroark in Mega form actually could start altering his own stats through transformation. I mean, when Zoroark takes the form of another Pokemon, he takes his moves, but not his stats. So what if in Mega form, Zoroark could take the form of another Pokemon and actually steal its stats as well, but maybe it wears off after maybe 2 or 3 turns. There's a lot you could do with that to balance it out, but in my opinion, Mega Zoroark would be a breath of fresh air to the competitive scene, especially with Mega Lucario already existing. Those two could have a rivalry similar to Mewtwo and Lucario from Smash Brothers. I think it would be really fun to see, so my number 1 pick is Zoroark. Just like in my last video, Pokemon Sun and Moon is coming out later this year, and I'd love to see these Pokemon get Mega Evolutions as well as the other 5 in my other video. If this video is well received, maybe I'll even do one for Generation 6. But guys, make sure to check out the rest of Coed Gaming, make sure to check out the rest of the channel, check out all the other videos that I've done about Pokemon and all the other topics, especially Konami, and until next time, take it easy.
What's up guys, thanks so much for watching and I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you haven't gotten a chance to already, make sure to check out last week's video which can be found right here. Also, if you haven't gotten a chance to already, make sure to like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. And while you're at it, make sure to check out the rest of Coed Gaming where we upload gaming videos every single week. And as always, game on!